Hi there, I'm Fee Peel, host of the Communities of Collaboration podcast, Mental Health Reform, who we are, where we've come from, and where we're going next. I am a white-skinned, short-haired, green-headed, very messy-haired enby tonight in a black t-shirt, sitting against a cream wall with some very cool mood lighting happening. I'm here to say that I'm very excited to let you know that in the next 24 hours you're going to see Emma Paino's episode live, Work Gremlin, episode 3. But I'm also here to ask the collective hub for some help. Unfortunately, the circumstances that led to us needing to part ways with the provider that was part of this project, providing massive amounts of misinformation, has meant that the full cost of the podcast has fallen to me to pay. And it's a significant amount of money. Now, I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that the good people at Good Shout are paid for the incredible work that they are doing. However, it's going to take a little bit of, community help. There have been people that have suggested things like using Patreon or some other crowdsourcing platform to raise the funds. But here's my problem. Peer work principles are built around the idea that we are human people building human connection. That our emotional capacity just needs to be held and supported and listened to and believed, not othered and alienated. And in fact, mental health supports should not be charged at exorbitantly high rates when we are the ones that have suffered incredible emotional injury and deserve just to be held to heal. So therefore, I feel wrong in asking the community to pay for something that was actually built around the idea of open access principles. This information should be out there. People shouldn't have to pay for it. And in fact, there are many in our reform community that argue that, we do have to make sure our peer workers are paid and looked after, but we shouldn't have to be paying exorbitantly high rates for any mental health supports at all. So I don't feel right asking people to crowdsource something that was not intended ever to be crowdsourced. I am looking at grant applications. I am looking at other ways to cover the costing of this project, but this is where I'm hoping someone like you might come in. Perhaps you know of a particular grant that's open at the moment, or you're part of an organisation that is likely to fund this kind of work. And if you are, I'd love to hear from you. Please reach out to me on Facebook, Insta, Twitter or LinkedIn. Or alternatively, you can flick me an email at info@thelivedperspective.com. Hopefully we can find ways to make sure that this thing stays up in the air. It will stay up in the air, come hell or high water. I'm not going to let anyone take away from the community what I'm already seeing have incredible impact within the community. But if we can find someone to help with the burden of the cost, and maybe even someone that's keen to fund a second or a third season, that would be so awesome to find. I'll continue doing my own groundwork, but if you know of anything that might help, please flick me information. And keep your eyes out. Emma Paino's episode, Work Gremlin, it's up 7 o'clock Friday night. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. See you on the flip side.